and ethical performance. So today we have eminent speaker, CA Satish G. Sarda sir. I'll briefly introduce him. CA Satish Sarda sir is a chartered accountant from 1993 batch. He's a partner at Sarda Sony Associates LLP and a management consultancy company, MDJS Consultants Private Limited, since 2012. He was past chairman of Vikasa and past chairman of Nagpur branch of ICAI. Under his leadership, the Nagpur branch got Best Branch Awards under both the categories. He's a national faculty for GST. He's a competent member at various committees such as Committee on Public and Government Financial Management of WIRC, Internal Audit and Management Accounting Board of ICAI for 22-23. He's been a regular speaker at various conferences, seminars, and writes articles at several places on professional topics in newspapers. He practices in audit, GST, and strategic management. Apart from professional, he's very well there in the other activities such as past president of Orange City JSS in 2004. He's a director at Lead Institute. He's a convener of Manthan, that is churning of solutions from Bharatiya Legacy, and executive board member of CIIMS Hospital, Nagpur. So we warmly welcome you, Satish sir, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Pranavji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pranavji, for introducing me. And I also thank Internal Audit and Standard Boards for inviting me as a speaker on this integration of social audit with risk-based internal audit. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I will share the screen.
Sure.
Hope the screen is visible.
Not yet, sir.
Not? Is it now visible?
Yeah. Yes, sir. It is visible. But we just have to, yes, sir.
Yeah,
it's visible.
Okay, okay. So, integration of social audit with risk-based internal audit. So, before starting with the topic, we will first understand what exactly is social audit and what is the status of social audit with respect to India. I will first quote a famous statement made by our ex-Prime Minister in 1985, where he quoted that out of 1 rupees spent on public welfare, only 15 paisa reaches where it was meant for. So only 15% was reachable to the ultimate beneficiary. So here itself, it shows the need for social audit. And you may say it a coincidence that in this statement was made in 1985, and in the year 1992, there were 2 constitutional amendments, 73rd and 74th, where social audit was recognized in India. So this is the background, and today we will just see the nature of spending the public expenditure. If we see the public expenditure being done by the government is around 50 lakh crores of public expenditure is being made in the infrastructure development and various schemes. And there is a scheme Manrega. For Manrega, there is an outlay of 86,000 crores. And if you see in the private sector, in the year 2023, there was a CSR spending of around 30,000 crores. So these are the figures which speaks the need for social audits. And uh, as we are all in financial audits, we are all doing the risk-based internal audit. So it is very necessary to integrate the social audit with the risk-based internal audit so that we can have a comprehensive picture of our total audit parameters. Now we will just see the introduction. If you see the public expectation from government, there is a continuous increase from the public from the government on this sector with related to the public welfare. So government is also adopting various tools, social audit, citizen feedback, sustainability reporting to improve its performance. It has becoming a very powerful tool for accountability, transparency, and good governance. So if we see the historical background at global level, it started from around 1916, where when Mr. Clark highlighted transparency in business in the Journal of Political Economy, and from there on, it is continuously evolving. And you can see in 1953, 1960, then first formal social audit in Sweden by John Furry and Ulla Resner, and in 1996, practices became formalized and standardized. And if you see the historical background in India, first and foremost, in 1979, TISCO implemented the social audit in Jamshedpur in its plant there, and it and in that they have done the social audit. They formed a social audit committee so that they can compare their performance with the objective set for the social welfare of the people, the various stakeholders, so that they can assess the impact of their social responsibility. Then, as I said, in 1992, 73rd and 74th constitutional amendment were done for social audits. And in 2005, a major development was there when Right to Information Act supported the social audit framework. Right to Information Act was brought up, and this became the very strong tool in the hands of citizens of India to receive the information about the social aspects, about the spending, about the welfare, about the ultimate use of public expenditure done by the government and any public sector enterprise for that matter. So in 2005, this RTI was a big development. Then now we will understand the concept of social auditing. Social auditing is a process where organization assess the social impact of their vision, mission, and goals. It helps the organization to set up measurement criteria for its social impact. So it is a process that enables organization to assess and demonstrate its social, economic, environmental benefits and limitation. It is a way of measuring the extent to which an organization lives up to the shared values and objectives it has committed itself to. So this is the concept of social audit, and as company has to see that whatever it takes from the mother earth, from the society, and then what it is returning back to the mother earth, the society, the various stakeholders, its employees, and the local community where the industry is set up. Now, scope of social audit. The social audit covers policies, laws, and functioning of public agencies, assesses effectiveness and alignment with stated objectives, then provides on the basis of its social audit, it suggests improvement recommendation based on analysis. So the social audit gives a comprehensive state of affairs of the enterprise, various business and its social welfare objectives. Then characteristics and principles. Improved social performance, multiple stakeholder perspective, comparability, comprehensiveness, and the most important factor in this is independent verification. Verification by independent auditors gives the process credibility, because there cannot be an in-house social audit system. It will not give the desired result. So there must be an independent agency to undertake the social audit, so that it can give its report impartially, without any dominance, and without any pressure. So the agency doing social audit must be independent. Then there must be transparent reporting. The result of the social audit should be published so that the stakeholders can see the result, and this will accordingly encourage openness. So social audit is done, but its report should also be made public. Then only it will serve its purpose. But if management is not reporting the same, then it serves no purpose. So transparency should be there. Then there is features of social audit. There are various features approach to assess the impact, study of social impact, participation, representative participation. Now this is very, very important part, representative participation. So whenever a social audit is being undertaken, there should be representation from all the stakeholders, whoever is getting affected by that particular activity, particular scheme, or particular industry. Every stakeholder should be approached for their feedback on this project. The representation can be direct, it can also be indirect. Direct participation can be the employees who are there in the scheme or in the company or the enterprise, public sector enterprise. There may be some indirect participation also, the community living there, the other people who are getting affected. So that can be the indirect participation. There can be some media coverage, and those aspects should also have to be seen. For example, suppose there is a plan for a power plant in a village or in a city. So there should be a survey before establishing that power plant, whether this will be beneficial for the local community there, what sectors is going to benefit, and who are the immediate beneficiary there. Suppose the electricity generated from the power plant is transferred to some other area, and due to pollution, the local community is suffering. So whether it is advisable to establish that power plant there. And on the other side, also there is some other aspect also. The local people will get the employment. There will be some local industry, local services. So an economy, it will give the boost to the economy. So this aspect will have to be considered. That can be done by a social audit before establishing. And if suppose the power plant has been established, then after that installation of power plant, there should be a very impartial social audit, whether the community is really getting benefited, uh, for the objective for which that power plant has been established. So really, do the local people are getting employment? Whether all precautions are being taken so that the power plant which is making pollution, it is making alternate arrangement to mitigate that risk to environment by planting more trees. Do all these things are being done? So these are the some features which will have to be seen. Then there is a principle of social audit. So first and foremost, there should be integrity. The foundation of professional auditor and those managing an audit program should maintain high standard of integrity. And this includes ethical behavior, competence, impartiality. Again, I am saying that impartiality is the must. Whole objective of social audit can be achieved only if there is a impartiality. We should be independent. Whatever may be the report, we should report it. Then there is a fair presentation, due professional care must be taken. There should be confidentiality. The report should be made available to the stakeholders. It should not be leaked before it is being made available. Then also the whole purpose will be defeated. There should be independence, as I already told, and independence is a must. Evidence-based approach. There should be evidence. You should not depend on the hearsay. Someone is saying that this is the social aspect. This will happen. This will not happen. You can listen to everybody, but ultimately your report should be evidence-based. That is very important. And a risk-based approach should be there. Their cost-benefit analysis should be there. All these things should be kept in mind. Now, as we all are doing the financial auditing, operational auditing, so how it can be compared with the social auditing? Now, when we see financial auditing, it involves audit of financial statements and transactions. And in operational auditing, it involves measuring the operations and process of any entity against established operational standards and suggesting ways and means to improve and adherence to standards. So, whatever operations the company is undertaking, whether they are as per the standard set or not. So, this is also a continuous audit. And in social audit, it looks at the impact caused on the society by the organization. So, this is the major difference of the principal objective of all the three audits: financial, operational, and social auditing. Now, if we see the coverage of non-financial matter in financial auditing, coverage of non-financial matters is limited only to those aspects that provide additional information to stakeholders of the business who are mainly interested in the financial status of the entity. Because the most of the stakeholders are normally interested in the financial status, but in present scenario, the stakeholders have become very vigilant, and they are expecting the reporting on social front also. In operational auditing, it might also involve suggestion for resetting the operational standard based on the experiences of the entity with respect to its environment. And in social auditing, it takes an outside-in approach of looking at organization. Means those persons who are not related to the organization, but they know the whole environment, the industry and the local factors and all those things, though they are not related to the organization. So they are the person who undertake the social audit, dealing more with how the non-financial stakeholders view the business rather than how the managers or owners of the organization plan it to be. So there should be non-financial stakeholders. From their point of view, this social audit is done. So it is beyond the four walls of the company, beyond the books, and it doesn't refer the previous reports. You should take a fresh approach. Whenever you are doing a social audit, you should not depend on the previous report, what the previous social audit report is telling, what is the previous feedback. You should be ready for the current situation, current parameters, current happenings. That should be the your point. And you should seek the multiple sources for your social audit. It should not be limited to few sources. There should be multiple, and it should your sources and resources should represent a cross section of people. That is very, very important. Then the other difference is financial audit is done keeping in mind the objective of issuing an opinion on the state of financial affairs. And operational auditing is done basically to report on operational efficiencies. And financial auditing deals with the study of financial data. Operational auditing deals with the study of operational parameters. And whereas the social auditing deals with the study of social impact parameters, most of which can be gathered from outside the organization, which is being outside. So the financial audit and operational audit are mostly deals with inside the organization, what is happening inside the organization. But social auditing is mostly how it is impacting the parameters outside the organization. That is very, very important aspect in this. Now comes the agencies for conducting social audit. Now, there are various parameters on which this has been said that who will be conducting the social audits. There is no any specific qualification for that, but it is a mixture of the qualification and other aspects when it comes to doing the stock audit. So the basic principle which has to be adhered is the independence and fairness. The social auditor should have no stake in the outcome of the audit and should be totally independent of the management of the organization which is being audited. Then there should be objectivity. Then inquisitiveness coupled with a healthy skepticism. So this is also a very, very important part. And in it is written that it requires someone unwilling to accept things at face value and capable of digging deeper to uncover what lies beneath the surface. So this is very, very important aspect. So it should not be a very, the social auditor, the person who is doing social auditor should not take it so easy. that collecting the things from the already available data there, or googling it, or asking the chat gpt, like these things. It should not accept the things at face value. They should uh, collect the whatever required data, whatever things they want to know at first hand. Then only it will serve its purpose. Otherwise, it will be a wasteful exercise. Then ability to understand program in their wider social context. So they should do some pre-exercise before starting the social audit. They should first know the social aspect of that project, of that scheme, or the social objective of that company, and then whether the objectives are being met, and whether uh, the community, the stakeholders, what are their expectation from that project, that has to be kept in mind. Then there should be some expertise in social auditing. The social auditor should be someone who possesses the right set of competence required in conducting the various stages of social audit. He should be one who possesses appropriate training and experience. So he should undertake some basic training, and he should have some grassroots uh, exposure, so that he can undertake the social audit in right perspective. That is very, very important. Then there are various agencies engaged in conduct of social audit in various scenarios. This could be independent agencies, accounting firms, or other type of organization, including uh, accredited agency that fulfill certain qualification criteria. So these things also needs to be taken into consideration. Now, need for social auditing. What is the need for social auditing? If we see, yeah. So by holding companies accountable for their actions, social audit can help to prevent them from engaging in harmful practices such as exploitation of workers, environmental degradation, or violation of human rights. We every day when we read newspapers, we see the various social media. There are so many instances where we can see these things. We can read these things that some industry, some scheme is exploiting the workers. There are instances of environment degradation. There are violation of human rights. So there is a need that there should be some collective platform where we can get the feedback of all the stakeholders, curbs corruption. Now that is the very, very important part in public expenditure. And the first point I made, uh, that only 15% of the total expenditure reaches to the ultimate beneficiary. So that has to be seen, that how the public expenditure which is being made, uh, is it really reaching to the person for which it is meant. So that is to be kept in mind. And there should be proper and scientific survey for all these things. So, need for social auditing, we have to strengthen the Gram Sabha monitoring and feedback, participative and democratic. These are the aspects. Now, factors leading to demand for social auditing. Now we come to benefits of social audits. So there are immense benefit to the society from the social audit aspect, uh, as it is still evolving, and it is getting now it is getting more importance as we see, uh, and in long term it is going to benefit the stakeholders also and the companies also, and those who are not adhering to the norms of social commitments, they will face the music in the coming days. Now, the most the benefits which we can see here is the it helps the local community in planning. Now, this is a very important aspect. The local community can plan. Now, just I will share a example for this. When the Reliance Petrochemical was set up in Jamnagar. No, that was a very huge refinery. And so when the people came to know that such and such project is coming nearby their city, so the people anticipated that there will be need for educational institution, there will be need for healthcare facilities, hotels, food services will be required. So they started developing those services, those businesses, so that they can reap the benefit after the same the refinery comes in. Then various entrepreneurs set up planned ancillary industries which will be required for that purpose. Then there will be some ancillary services, like whenever such a huge refinery is coming there, then there will be need for there will be housing needs will be there. Then there the commutation tax need for taxes will be there. So the people start planning. So that will help, that will get indirect benefit. Even those who are not employed with the that project, but people will get indirect benefit from that project. And social audit will see whether the benefits which the people anticipated are really they are getting or not. That is a very important aspect. So that if the anticipation, if that anticipated things are not happening, then the responsibilities can be fixed. Then it supports the democratic function in the community, so that the decision for any project should be arrived after discussion in a collective platform. So there should be the democratic aspect in that. It assists the growth and development of human resources. Then the companies can identify gaps between their current performance and their corporate social responsibility. Suppose, uh, as you all know, that companies have to spend a certain amount under corporate social responsibility. Now they should know where to spend that money in the best way. So social audit can suggest them, then that can give important input to them, that where should this CSR fund should be allocated, so that the community can get best benefit. And improved transparency and accountability towards social responsibility can attract more business customers and consumers. So these are the all benefits of social audit. There are so many benefits that it empowers the citizen to participate in governance, because the people who are living there, various NGOs are there, various entrepreneurs are there, various unemployed persons are there. So they all can participate in the decision making. How that project should be set up, what should be its social objective, what people see that it should be doing for that local community, for the preservation of their flora and fauna and all these things. So it can create a sense of belonging among the participants as they are actively involved in the process. So they become actively involved with the project. They sense a belongingness and in that project. So it will benefit both the project, the industry, and the community living there, and the all the stakeholders. And it also creates a system for grievance redressal also. Social audit will give the various aspects of that project, and from where the management can redress the grievances of the stakeholders. Now, various contexts of social auditing. There are various government programs. If you see, uh, government of India and state government implement numerous developmental schemes like Narenga, Manrega, NRHM, and all these things. So, social audit ensures transparency, accountability, and efficient use of public funds. Ultimately, it is the fund of public. Government is a catalyst. They should utilize it in the best possible manner, and whether they are doing it or not is the function of social auditing. Monitoring and evaluation framework includes social audit as a key tool to assess impact at grassroots. And this is done through the Gram Sabhas, local vigilant committees, or some external agencies which are specialized in this social auditing area. Then there are CAG, C&AG audits are also there. The Control and Auditor General of India performs performance audit of flagship government schemes, and it also conducts the government taxpayer from the perspective of government and taxpayer, and their social audits focus more on beneficiary and the community perspective. They focus mainly from the stakeholder perspective and not from the enterprise perspective or the government perspective. And based on their audits, CAG has recommended to the task group that you use social audit inputs in risk assessment, include social audit findings in audit reports, standardize audit methods across programs, and train and build capacity of social auditors. So these are very, very important recommendation given from the C&G after they are experiencing the social audits. Now, social audit in corporate sectors. So in corporate sector, it evolved from a moral need for business to report social and environmental impact. So more from the statutory side point of view, it is a moral need for businesses, and and they are now seeing that financial performance alone is no longer a full measure of success. There should be and there must be some social aspect, and investors or consumers are increasingly concerned about the ESG factor, that is ethical, environmental, and social governance. Poor social performance can damage reputation and reduce stock value. And we have seen many examples related to this aspect, where the companies in the greed of making easy money, more money, they sacrifice the social aspect. And we see various Ayurvedic companies who do various promises, but actually their products are not giving that what they are advertising. We see various producers hosting their movies, their serials on the OTT platform. Now, there also they should see that what we are hosting on the OTT platforms, what will be the social aspect of that? What will be the aspect related to national security? And what will be the impact of that OTT material on our family system, which is very, very important in India. So all these things should be seen. And we see many companies advertising their products, their services, which actually are not up to that standard, or they that do not cater to what they claim in that advertisement. So whenever uh, the community, the society uh, uh, come to know that the particular company has given false promises in their advertisement and all this, then they suffer a huge huge setback to their profitability, to their sales, and this has happened to many companies. We will see the examples later on. Then there is a roadmap for Indian corporates to move towards social accounting and social auditing. There is voluntary adoption of social accounting reporting standard is very, very crucial. They should themselves come forward and adopt the various accounting and reporting aspects. They should follow it diligently. They should not dominate the result. They should not fabricate the reporting. If they fabricate it, then the whole purpose is defeated. So there should be independent social audit, which strengthens the credibility of corporate social reporting, and the transparent reporting enhances the investor trust, employee engagement, and brand equity. Because in long run, you can you have to report the what is the truth. That only will come out in long term. Then there are regulatory and voluntary codes for social audits. Social audits are emerging through policy support and grassroots activism, especially in government scheme. You can see in 2005 Planning Commission study highlighted various deficiencies in PRI level social audit systems. And here we can state of Andhra Pradesh took a lead by institutionalizing the social audit by via social audit accountability and transparency. They developed a very good model for social audit of their Manrega schemes, and it was a ideal model which the other states, other institution can follow. Then legislative support available to social audit. So government is also very open for this legislative support. And as I earlier told, 73rd Constitution Amendment empowered Gram Sabhas to conduct social audits. Then in 2005, there was Will Right to Information Act, which in which key legal enabler for transparency and public scheme empowered citizens and social auditors to seek information from public authorities. Then there are social audit rules which are formed for schemes like BSUPU, IHSDP, midday meal schemes, or Shiksha Abhiyan. Where for various schemes, the social audits have been implemented. Then framework for social auditing, need for framework. So aligns audit approach with specific social objectives of the organization. So the social audit framework needs to be aligned with the specific social objective of that project, of that organization, of that industry, and ensures uniform methodology across sectors and audit types, supports effective communication with stakeholders through standardization. So there should be standard procedures, standard aspects, so that the things can be made comparable, and the stakeholders can can read the report in a proper way. Now, social organization and its objectives includes government bodies, corporate NGOs, and development projects. Social objectives may be explicit or implicit, like CSR goals, or implicit like environmental impacts. And understanding both direct and indirect social impact is very crucial. So, we should the social audit should encompass both direct and indirect stakeholders. They should take feedback from both the sectors, then can arrive at a comprehensive social auditing. Stakeholders, primary stakeholders are who are directly affected by the organizational actions, that is beneficiary. Secondary can be indirectly affected, like NGOs, regulators, the local public living there. And this can be the secondary. Then the key stakeholders are those who are influential in decision making, that is investors, governments, promoters, and then stakeholders mapping helps prioritize engagement and reporting. Now, social accounting captures social and environmental impact metrics, includes both qualitative and quantitative data, and used to prepare social balance sheet and impact statements. Social audit process. The social audit process is majorly divided into three phases: planning, fieldwork, and reporting. So, at the planning stage, they have to collect all the information about the project, about the direct and indirect stakeholders, and they have to plan it properly. Then they have to do the fieldwork. In fieldwork, they have to approach the multiple sources. They should approach the cross section of people, and then they should collect all this information, compile it, and then the reporting aspect. The social audit process is guided by the stakeholders' expectation and the organization goals, and ensures data-driven assessment and evidence-based reporting. That is the major aspects of social audit process. In audit planning, understand organization and social objectives. First and foremost, what is the objectives of the organization? What is their social vision? Then identify and map stakeholders who all are going to get affected by that particular project, define metrics and indicators for social performance, and establish data requirements and audit methodology. Then, based on the this metrics and indicators, they have to develop a audit methodology which will be useful in undertaking the social audit. Then comes the field work. So in field work, they have to collect the primary data. They have to interview, they have to do surveys, they have to focus on the various groups, like there may be NGOs, there may be social organization, there may be the association of people, there may be women groups, there may be political organizations, there may be labor organizations. So they have to interview and take feedback from all these stakeholders. Then use secondary data. Secondary data can be the government reports, the internal documents, then the media also can be a secondary data, the various other survey which have been done for some other purposes that can also be utilized. Then analyze data using qualitative and quantitative techniques. There are various qualitative and quantitative techniques. So because data may be used, then you have to analyze the data for reporting. Then interpret result and validate with stakeholders. You have to validate the results also. There may be some chances of errors. So that should be a validation aspect also there. And then there is a reporting. First there will be a draft report, fact checking and stakeholder validation. So the draft report can be discussed with the organization, with the stakeholders, and if there is any doubt about any finding, then that can be rechecked, that can be fact checked again, and the validation can be made. Then there will be a final reporting with structured findings, conclusion, and recommendation. Now the recommendation part is very, very important, because the whole system of social audit that is that the things should improve. If the things are not done this time, they should be done in future. So recommendation should be there. Then follow-up report, monitor implementation of audit suggestion. So there should be compliance from the organization. Whatever are the findings, whatever are the discrepancies, that should be what the company, what the government, how the government is complying with those discrepancies or suggestions or recommendation. What is the progress of those compliances that should be done, and the things should that reporting should align with the social reporting standards. Now, role of chartered accountant in social audit. So first and foremost, unbiasedness and independence. Now that is that is also required in the financial audits also, but because when it comes to the social factor, we may be prejudices. We may have some prejudices in our mind that particular industry is has these positives or negatives. It should not come, or it is not delivering what it has been for it is objectives. So you should be, the chartered accountant should be free of all those prejudices. He should plan its social audit and depend on the evidences, then and form their decision on the evidences that they have gathered during the social audit. Then the professional skepticism, social auditing requires someone unwilling to accept things at face value. As we have seen earlier also, that uh, we should not arrive at the decision at the face value. We should dive deeper to uncover issues that are deeper than what appears prima facie. We should not form our conclusion on the things which appear prima facie, or someone some other person gives their opinion and we rely on that opinion. The chartered accountant should not do that thing. They should have their uh, mm, first hand collection of evidence that is very very necessary. Then ability to understand impact of programs, corporate action in their wider social context. So they should have an understanding with respect to the social aspect of that program, of that scheme. What social performance must be understood within the context of a diverse stakeholder and diverse set of perception, values, objectives, etc. An effective social auditor must be both willing and able to consider a variety of sources and perspective for developing an understanding of social performance. And there should be adherence to standards, as Institute of Social Auditors have defined some standards. So that should be the chartered accountant should adhere to the standard, so that there will be a uniformity in the reporting, and there and stakeholders also can read the report in a uniform way. Then there are various issues uh, in social audit. The lack of transparent process, uh, that is very very important aspect, that the process should be transparent. But generally, it has been seen that there is a lacking of transparent process. That may be due to various factors there: the lack of adequate staff, the adequate and the skilled staff which is required for the social audit, then the lack of stringent penalties. Now, that is the very, very important aspect, because in India, people follow the law only if there is a harsh penalties. Otherwise, the first and foremost aspect is the profitability part they see. This social aspect is secondary. But if there is a provision of stringent penalties, if the companies do not report about the social aspects, then there should be some financial penalties. Then only the social audit will get its due importance. And the lack of awareness and knowledge is still uh, the organizations, the authorities do not know the importance of social aspects, and they also do not know what are the social impact of their project, of their industry, of their scheme, what it is making on the society as such. Then challenges of social audit. There are various challenges which are typical to which typically are faced by the social audit. Auditors may face challenges in accessing relevant data and information. They have to really work hard to access the required data required for the social audit. Then they have to ensure objectivity and prevent bias in social audits. There should not be any bias while collecting the evidence, and the team member should uh, the team should also take the precaution. They should be there should prevent bias in the social audit. In some cases, rules and regulations related to social audit may not be followed. Then monitoring is informal and unprocessed because social audits are often community driven and led by non-experts. So the government has to develop a system where the persons who are undertaking this social audit should be properly trained and they properly remunerated so that they can give an independent, unbiased, transparent view on that. Social audit findings are specific to the area and the community being audited. They cannot be generalized to the entire population because different communities may have different issues. So this is very subjective thing. Whatever things related, it is very specific to a particular project, a particular locality, a particular community. There are various aspects which have to be looked differently at different places. We cannot generalize the findings, the recommendation, or the social audit planning also. That cannot be generalized. It will differ to project or the place to place. That is the big challenge in social audit. Each program or project had its own unique set of challenges that may require specific approaches to address them. So, as we have already discussed, every project is a unique. So there would be an unique social audit plan for that project. We cannot use or utilize a plan of social audit for any other project uh, in any other project. Then one of the challenges in social audit is to lack of action on audit reports and finding. So though the social audit is done, recommendations are given, but the compliance part of it on the part of the implementing agency is not done, or the cognizance of the same is not taken, and many times the even the action taken is so late that the purpose is defeated. If the action taken on audit reports immediately, then only the purpose of social audit is reached. Otherwise, if we are reporting for the financial year 24-25, we report in suppose in September 25, and the authority sits on the report and they come out with compliance in after 2 years, 3 years, then it makes no sense. So that is the biggest challenge, that the lack of action on audit report and findings. Then it can face opposition from individual or groups with vested interest who may try. There. Now this is very peculiar in social audit. There may be some group of persons uh, who see that the particular project is beneficial for them, and a set of people may see that this project is not beneficial. Now their view may be due to vested interest, or maybe due to not understanding the project properly. So both reason can be there, and many times there is a possibility also that the competition among the industries, or there are different governments at different levels. There is a different government, maybe at national level, there will be different government at state level, or again there may be different government at local level. So there may be vested interests. So in social audit, while gathering the evidence, while gathering the facts, they may the audit team, it is not necessary that they are getting a uh, independent, honest opinion from the individual or groups. So that has to be kept in mind, and there the discretion of audit team will have to be seen what they think of that particular uh, thing. Then capturing social and economic impact can be a very, very difficult task, as we have seen. Then overclaiming of impact is a common challenge in social audit. So it is social audit is prone to maybe may get more involved in that social aspect, and may get impacted in their reporting. One of the challenge of social audit is the lack of qualified trainer. Now this thing will develop, and chartered accountant will have to play a bigger role in undertaking the social audit also, and training the village people in gram sabhas in undertaking the social audit, and the chartered accountants can take help of these uh, qualified people in getting the required inputs from the various stakeholders, because it is not possible for the chartered accountants to collect so much huge data from so many stakeholders. They will have to employ these people from local community, and they will have to be trained for that aspect. So this is also a social responsibility of our chartered accountant community. Then limitation of social audit. Setting up social accounting system requires time and organizational efforts. Now, as social audit is not directly related to the objectives of the project or the industry, they may not be so much they may not take so much care related to the social audit aspects at organizational level. Uh, and conducting social audit does require resource like interviewers and social auditors. The process should be implemented on a regular basis. It should be on a regular basis. And it should be done on a timely basis also. Time is the essence. And it cannot be done at the post event. It should be a continuous exercise. Then only the result can be proper. Social audit is the perception that the organization being audited may manipulate or hijack stakeholder views. Now, you can see that there are big organizations which can dominate the opinion also. That aspect needs to be seen. Whether we are getting the audit team is getting the impartial views, or the views are being dominated by the organization. That is also very, very important. The auditing can be a complex and time consuming exercise, and the scope of social audit can sometimes be very, very difficult to define. And especially in there are various complex organizations. So a good study has to be made. What the and on that study, parameters have to be set so that the we can get a clear picture of the social impact of that organization, of that project. Now, if there is no disadvantage of social audit actually, but there are disadvantages of an ineffective social audit. If the social audit is not done properly, then there are disadvantages. And the disadvantage is that the result, the decision making based on ineffective social audit will further jeopardize the interest of the stakeholders. The recommendation will not be proper. So, an ineffective social audit will be disadvantageous to the stakeholders. That has to be seen, and we can reduce the disadvantage of social audit by proper planning and proper independence, proper team selection. This has to be kept in mind. Now, who can perform social audit? Social auditor means an individual registered with a self-regulatory organization, that is SRO, under the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India or such other agency as may be specified by the board. Institute had formed Institute of Social Auditors of India, that is an SRO. Then an exam, the NISM conducts an exam, and if you qualify for that exam, you can be a member of that ICAI, and you can undertake the audits, social audits. Now there is eligibility criteria, and for that you can visit the website of Institute ICAI. That is the web address is icai.ca.in. There you can get the everything related to the eligibility criteria, and you can visit the NISM website. There is a course, NISM Series 23 Social Auditing Certification courses. There is an examination that you can enroll for that examination. Now there are various disqualification which prevents a person or a professional from getting qualified as a social auditor. Now, requirement of certification for social or financial auditors can qualify to be social auditors. I already told you that when they successfully complete that course at National Institute of Securities Market, that is NISM, and the other individual desirous of being social auditors need to have at least one eligibility criteria listed below. Either they should have postgraduates from university, recognized university. They may be graduates from university recognized by the UGC, or they can be cost accountant if they are cost accountant and with suitable accreditation with a minimum of 6 years of experience in the development sector. So these are the various requirements for social auditors. No social audit, the Sustainability Reporting Standard Board of ICI has issued the following social audit standards. Right now there are 16 SAS which have been prescribed, and they are related to various aspects of the social welfare, like eradicating hunger, poverty, malnutrition, promoting healthcare, promoting education, employability, promoting gender equality, protection of national heritage, training to promote rural support. So this standard will give a broad framework and parameters on which criteria a social audit has to be done, and the reporting framework is also mentioned therein that should be adhered to, and this is very important development in the social audit field. Purpose and scope of this standard is that the ensures transparency, accountability, and effectiveness in social audits, and it applies to the SSE listed entity, that is Social Stock Exchange. The companies which are listed in the Social Stock Exchange and other impact assessing organization, they have to get the impact assessment report from the social auditors. Annual impact report they have to give. Then framework for social audit standards covers principal objectives and key elements of social audits, includes planning, stakeholder engagement, risk assessment, documentation, and reporting. So it can be a separate topic on this 16 standard, which can be taken up in the future webinar. The thematic areas covered, we have already seen this: eradicating hunger, healthcare, education, employability, livelihood, gender equality, environment, sports, heritage, and various welfare schemes. Audit process, as we have already discussed, data collection, that is through surveys, interviews, then field group discussion, desk reviews, evaluation using quantitative and qualitative indicators, and reporting results compiled into structured social audit reports. Auditors should follow and comply with the ethical standards. They should follow the integrity, objectivity, confidentiality, competence, and they are trained in that all these fields already. They have to apply these things while undertaking the social audit. Challenges and limitations, common issues: lack of awareness, limited resources, logistic hurdles. Because to undertake the social audit, it requires a huge cost, because we have to take so many we have to take feedback from so many multiple agencies, multiple sources. There will be some logistic cost. So all these things require a good amount of resources, but due to limited resources, there may be limitation to it. Then there people may do not come forward with the exact responses. So we may not, the social auditor may not get the required data, and there may be in the time period, there may be some relocation of beneficiaries. So again, this will hamper the clear reporting requirement. There is a glossary and appendix, and there is a then there is conclusion with respect to these standards. Now, social audit in India, it is a very, very emerging field. As people are now, the people are getting more and more socially conscious, because if you see many companies who have not followed the social objectives, or who have defied the social objective, who have played with the communities' interest, they have faced huge monetary losses. We have the examples of Union Carbide in Bhopal. We have the examples of Cokes and Pepsi, who were not using the required pure filter water for their plants. We have the example of Sterlite Corporation, where air and water pollution the company was making, and they had to incur a loss of around 14,000 crores. We have an example of Hindustan Zinc, where it faced a penalty of around 25 crores. Then there are cases of oil spills by Adani Group companies. Then various mining companies have been who have been flouting the rules, regulation, and exploiting the people, the employees. Uh, there are various instances of that. So, due to all these things, the social audit is, we can say, it is an emerging field, and in near future, the scope is going to increase. Now, it is expanding. The social audit is expanding to various sectors, that is related to food security, NRHM, SSA, PMGSY. Then there is CSR Amendment Rules 2020, which mandates impact assessments. ICI has formed audit procedure for 16 social sectors. Social stock exchanges introduced in India under SEBI, and in social the companies listed in social stock exchange, the top 1,000 companies have to report there is a mandatory requirement for annual impact report of that the big 1,000 companies on the market cap basis. Then there is opportunities in global landscape are there also there. There is huge opportunities in social audit, consulting, SSC listing. Top 1,000 companies must do BRSR reporting, that is business responsibility report they have to give. So India is poised for growth in near future, and there is a huge opportunity in social audit, consulting, and social stock listing. Now, as we have seen the importance of social audit, what is social audit, and what are the necessities, what are the challenges in social auditing. So it cannot, if it is integrated with our risk-based internal audit, then it will be beneficial for the it will be easier for the auditor also to report, to incorporate all the things which are needed. So there is a need for integration of social audit and risk-based internal audit. Now, when we compare both the audit, then we will see that this social audit can become a factor of risk-based internal audit. What is social audit? It evaluates non-financial performance, focusing on social and environmental impact. It involves stakeholder engagement, transparency, and public accountability. And whereas internal audit, risk-based internal audit methodology identifying risks to organizational objectives, evaluating controls, and assuring risk management effectiveness, mandated by the RBI for bank and NBFCs in India, which SEBI expecting strong framework from listed companies. So there is a requirement, a mandatory requirement from the listed companies about the risk-based internal audit. Why integration is needed in India? There is a compliance requirement also, because Companies Act 2013 mandates CSR spending and reporting. So there is an increasing pressure from investors and regulators to demonstrate how much the company is fulfilling their this corporate social responsibility. Then public sector schemes like Manrega, it requires the transparent fund utilization, whether the beneficiary is getting the benefits of that scheme fully or not. Then there is ESG and sustainability risks, social factors or non-financial risks that can become reputational, legal or financial. RBI must audit social impact metrics. So, environment, social governance, these aspects which are non-financial, but if the same is not followed, if ESG is not being followed, then there is a risk of reputational risk is there, legal risk is there. There can be huge penalties for not following this ESG compliances. There may be financial implication also, because nowadays the stakeholders value a company on the basis of its ESG compliances. Now, how to integrate? How we can integrate the social audit with the risk-based internal audit. So the first step is risk identification. Social and reputational risks. What are the social and reputational risks involved with this or the organization? Risk of non-compliance with CSR ESG laws. Risk from ineffective grievances redressal in community-facing programs. So these risks have to be identified, and then the audit planning has to be made incorporating social KPIs and target in audit plan. The key has and use social impact data, beneficiary feedback, local participation, etc., to plan high risk areas in our audit planning. Audit execution. So at the time of audit execution, we have to see to use tools of social audit, that is community hearing, field verification, participatory review, alongside traditional audit tools like sampling, testing, data analytics. Then engage third-party NGOs or local self-help groups as facilitator for social field audits. So this has to be incorporated in our risk-based internal audit planning, so that the social audit aspects can also be done at the same time. Now, reporting. At the time of reporting, we have to report both control failures and social outcome gaps, include qualitative data like stakeholder satisfaction and grievance resolution. Follow up. Ensure corrective action includes social re-engagement, meeting, restraining local official, improving frontline service delivery, etc. have to be seen. Now, what are the benefits of integration? By combining social audit and risk-based internal audit, we can cover a holistic risk coverage. It includes social, reputational, and governance is often missed by financial audit. When we are auditing financial audit, we overlook all these areas, but in long term, they are very, very important with respect to the profitability aspect also and the social responsibility aspect also. So the integration will give a holistic risk coverage. Then it will give a better governance. It enhances transparency and stakeholder trust, especially in CSR and public programs. And in complying with the environment, social governance norms, it helps in emerging norms and investor expectation. Strengthen internal control, combines participatory accountability with structured assurance mechanism. So we can comply with the social reporting norms also by way of integration. There is Indian case studies and regulatory encouragement. I have already we have discussed the example of Andhra Pradesh, which has pioneered the institutional social audits, and in banking field also the RBI's 2021 RBIA guidelines require focus on emerging risks, including reputational and compliances, which social risks. Then corporate CSR audits, Tata Group, Infosys, Reliance undertake CSR impact assessment. Integration with internal audit provides a unified view of the risk and performances. Now, to have an effective integration of social audit and the risk-based internal audit, these things, the key recommendations are that the checklist for that highlights following critical considerations. That the planning phase is very, very critical. At the planning level, both the things should be incorporated so that a proper plan can be made for to undertake the social audit vis-a-vis internal audit. Then at the time of field execution, reporting and assurance, post audit and follow up, governance and training. These are the this is the checklist for the integration, and that is for effective integration. So setting the foundation for planning phase, we have to see the what are the social risks like reputational, community, ESG violation are included or not. The charter update, has the internal audit charter been updated for social audit element? What are the social objectives of that organization? Whether these are incorporated in the internal audit charter or not. Then the key social areas have been identified: beneficiary satisfaction, grievance redressal. Then stakeholders involvement. Our CSR team, beneficiaries, NGOs, community leaders are involved in planning or not. Their views are very, very important. Their feedback is very, very important. So stakeholder involvement is a must for setting the foundation for integration of stock audit and internal audit. Now, field execution, gathering evidence. So while gathering evidence, we have to see whether the community meetings, field surveys, and the PRA methods are used or not. Beneficiary verification. Is there evidence of physical or digital beneficiary verification? That has to be seen. Finding validation. Are social audit finding validation with documents and stakeholder interviews? So there should be a first-hand collection of this validation, and with respect to external partners, are social sectors experts or NGOs involved when necessary? That has to be seen. Reporting and assurance, communicating the findings, ensuring audit reports reflect social outcomes and policy adherence Are grievances redressal mechanism tested and reported? So, if there is a grievance redressal mechanism, but whether it is being properly addressed or not, whether grievances are whether the organization is listening to the grievances, and whether there is a proper redressal mechanism for that, that has to be tested and reported. Deviation from CSR policy or social objective should be flagged. Finding must be discussed with both the audit committee and CSR board committees. Then post audit and follow up, ensuring remediation, action plans prepared with operational and social remedial step, re-audit and follow up plan for higher risk social impact areas. And there should be a process for continuous feedback even after the audit closure, and that should be incorporated in our further the planning procedures that will give a feedback for our next audit planning, and we can make the our audit planning more comprehensive with the help of this stakeholder feedback. Governance and training, building capacity. Our auditors trained in social audit methodology and community engagement. We have to see whether the team of the person who are doing social audit have really been trained or not. That is very, very important. And whether they have been engaging with the community, or they are just gathering the data from the already available resources. That has to be seen. Is the audit team multidisciplinary, including social sector or ESG expertise? So we have to form the team from the cross section. Those may be from the NGOs, from the locality, the people living there, and some environmental experts who can give their findings after a good study of that particular organization. Then there are challenges and recommendation. Challenges are there: lack of social audit skill in auditor, that is there, fragmented social indicator data, resistance from operating departments, that will always be there. Then, so the recommendation is include social risk in audit charters, create cross-functional audit teams, use technology for data gathering, because there is a huge data which has to be gathered. So with the help of various technology tools that can be done in a efficiently, so that the same can be used in reporting, and involve civil society and NGOs as the partners, because they are also regularly observing the impact, social impact of that project, of that scheme on the people, on the society. So their views are very, very important. Now, so we can here we can conclude that a strategic need for India, the social audit integration with RBIA is very, very needed. It will enhance transparency, it will mitigate risk, it will strengthen the trust of various stakeholders for whom this exercise is being undertaken, and it will align with the environmental, social governance aspects also. And the integration aligns organization with the SDGs, that is Sustainable Development Goals, CSR norms, and the ESG frameworks. So, by integrating stock social audits with RBIA, these objectives of SDGs SDGs, CSR and ESGs can be achieved. Now, before concluding, I will share some quotes which further strengthen the need, the importance, the advantages of social audits. You can go through the quotes, and I will only read one or two quotes which are very looking very important with the social audit aspects, that when economics meet empathy, we can create true social progress. And that is a very important quote, and a very emotional quote. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. हमको यह जो मदर अर्थ मिली है वो हमारे पुरखों से नहीं, बल्कि हमने अपने बच्चों से उसको उधार ली है। तो हमने अगर बच्चों से उधार लिए तो हमको उसको उसी रूप में उनको वापस देना है। So social audit plays a very crucial role and will play a very crucial role in coming days, so that our mother earth, how we inherited the mother earth, we will give it to our children also in the same form. We will not deteriorate it further. So these are the various aspects related to social audits, and when it is integrated with the risk-based internal audit, it will further strengthen the objective of both the audits, that is social audit and RBIA, and they will give a comprehensive reporting of the state of affairs in both the fields, I think. So with that, I conclude my this
Sir, so there are
if there are any questions, I can take the questions.
Yes, sir. There are two questions that have come up. The first question is, what are the procedures that are required to be performed in case of risk-based internal audit?
So we have seen the procedures, various procedures of risk-based internal audit is already, we are not discussing those as risk-based internal audit, but I will give you the stepwise procedure which are required. 1 minute. So first we have to identify the risks involved in the particular entity which we are going to audit, with the point of view of risk-based internal audit, and it should include the social and reputational risks associated with it, risk of non-compliance with various laws, and risk for ineffective grievances redressal in community-facing programs. These risks have to be identified. Then we have to do the audit planning. Now, these are related to the social audit aspects. We have to incorporate the various risks associated with the financial audit that are different. I have considered only the risks associated with the social audit, which we have to incorporate with the risks associated in the financial audit or operational audit. So then we have to do the audit planning.
Right, sir. And another question, like there is the inquiry from participants that whether this PowerPoint presentation will be shared on email or will it be uploaded on the ICI website? How that will
It
be
is
there?
every webinar. I think it is uploaded on the website
Yes.
of Audit Standard Board.
Right.
Yeah.
So I request all the participants, if there are any questions, they can put it in the chat box so that we can discuss with the sir.
My only suggestion to all the viewers is that they should visit the Institute of Social Audit of India website, that is icai.ca.in, where the information about registration as a social auditor is given, it will take you to the site of NISM, where you can enroll and enroll for the examination, and you can give examination, and you can be you can become the social auditor, and then you can undertake assignment in stock exchange, social stock exchanges, where the companies have to give the annual impact report.
Right. So one question is, are the religious and charitable trusts are covered under social audit?
No, as such, there is no statutory binding as such to cover them. But as there is the stakeholders therein, they see a need for the social audit. So if a trust is doing social audit, then it encompasses a faith in the stakeholders, and that shows the transparency of that particular organization, that adds to the credibility of that organization. So we may suggest them at our point of, or we can, or they can be educated to get their trust, their religious organization, to get the social, because many charitable institution, various charitable organizations are doing work in the field. They are opening various educational institutions, healthcare facilities, and they are spending a huge amount on that. So whether or not the community is getting benefit from that, that's by way of social audit, it can be reported.
Right. Yes.
So the people who are giving donations to this social organization, charitable organization, can have a proper idea whether our funds will be utilized in a better way.
So they can voluntarily adopt for the
Yes,
social audit to have
yes,
better transparency
yes,
with the donors and the various stakeholders.
yes. It will add credibility to their.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. Yes. So we'll just wait for 1 or 2 minutes, probably. If there are any questions, then we request all the viewers to post that in the chat box so that we can discuss.
I will just give a statistics of the performance of our Indian companies on this sustainability development goals. So the top 5 companies who top this social audit aspect are Infosys, Mahindra and Mahindra, Tech Mahindra, HDFC, and Adani Ports. These are the major 5 companies which are on the top. And if we see the performance country-wise, then Finland comes the first in this aspect. This SDG, Sustainability Development Goals, Finland comes first, and India's number is 120th. So we have to do a lot in scaling up that ladder, and that is why I think the Finland is also have the first in happiness index also.
Right. Uh,
There was a film also, one film, Toilet Ek Prem Katha. You all know, you must have seen that, and I really credit that the producer of that film, who may have undertaken a risk-based internal audit. I don't know. So their auditors may have told them that this will be it is very difficult that this will make some profit, but ultimately this film made profit of earnings of 316 crores. एंड प्रमोटर्स ने एक बहुत अच्छा सोशल ऑब्जेक्टिव लोगों के सामने, गवर्नमेंट के सामने रखा। तो इस टाइप के यानी फ्रॉम प्रोड्यूसर साइड पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू दे हैव डन अ गुड सोशल रिस्पांसिबिलिटी बाय मेकिंग दैट फिल्म।
Yes, sir. So there are no further questions as of now. So should we wait for 1 or 2 minutes, or how to do our work, sir? Our technical team?
And there, both are muted.
Yeah. So should we wait for 1 or 2 minutes, because there are no further questions as of now?
If there is some time, then can discuss.
So, sir, we have 1 or 2 minutes. So, if you want to discuss any further more points, then we can do that, sir.
Yes, I will just see what we can discuss. No, the one of the factors which is also very important, that many companies which set up their industries or projects in some backward areas and utilize various incentives provided by the government. And government gives incentives because they want the development of that backward area economically, socially, and that is why they give incentive to the industry for setting up their project in that particular area. But whether really that backward area gets the required benefit from setting up of that project or not, or whether that industry is exploiting the local people, it is exploiting the resources that are available there for their benefit and not passing on the benefits to the community, that can be identified by the social audit of those particular projects. This will give a very good idea of government incentives with respect to the benefit derived from that particular incentive.
Right. So there are a couple of questions which has come up.
Yeah.
One is it mandatory for the internal auditor of a company to include the social responsibility as a part of internal audit scope, or will it depend on terms of reference?
No, it is not mandatory to include the social audit aspect. It is terms of reference on whether to include or not. But the management nowadays will generally include these terms of reference of social audit also, so that duplication can be avoided, and that will be cost effective also.
Sure. Right. Another question is whether statutory auditors are required to note the findings or the objections made during the social audits, and whether they should qualify if there are any specific observations or whether they should quantify.
No, the points related to CSR, if they have to report in their statutory auditor have to report if there is non-compliance. Otherwise, I think there is no statutory binding on the statutory auditors to incorporate the points of social audit.
Right.
Because in social stock exchanges, they have to report to the SEBI, the annual impact report. They have to give it to the SEBI independently.
Right. Yes. Okay. Great. Okay. So thank you so much, Satish, CA Satish Sarda sir, for such an excellent, insightful, and detailed session on this very, I would say, a unique, at the same time very complicated webinar on the topic of integration of social audit with risk-based internal audit. So we are very thankful to you for such a knowledgeable session to all of us. And on behalf of all the participants, we warmly thank you for such excellent session. And we also thank all the participants for their patient listening, and also the secretariat of and as well as the chairman and vice chairman of Internal Audit Standards Board for giving us the opportunity for such a wonderful to listen to such wonderful session. So thank you so much all. Uh, have
Thank
a
you,
good.
Pranavji. Thank you, Pranavji. Thank you, all the technical team and the committee for inviting me to deliver my presentation on this topic. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you so much.